I shouldn't laugh, no, but I will. The Brexiters are now telling us that they want to rejoin the European Union. Well, back in 2016, they told us, they did, that it was going to be the land of milk and the honey. Yeah, sunlit uplands, they said. The EU will follow backwards for us, they said. The car industry, the German car industry, will come to our rescue, they said. Well, it didn't, did it? No. All they know now is that they can't stay in their Italian holiday homes for more than 90 in every 180 days. Yes, I never worked that one out, why people who own property in the EU would vote for Brexit. That's just madness. Clearly ain't too bright. No, sorry. Well, let's say, for instance, we could rejoin the European Union. And I would say that we can. So in this video, I hope to try and cover that. How can we, and what we've got to do, to actually rejoin the European Union? Well, first of all, we're going to have to get the whole court of public opinion on side. So then we can actually put pressure on our politicians. And in particular, Labour, since they've got this weird idea of making Brexit work. There ain't no making Brexit work. It's written in its DNA. It's broken. Well, we're going to need 80 to 90% of the voting public to put pressure on these politicians, writing to the MPs and doing what you got to do. Having marches, and there's one coming up soon. Yeah, March 4 rejoin. Hopefully this time we'll get more media coverage. Now, if we get the public on side, the likelihoods we will find that the media will have to follow suit. After all, they want to sell papers, don't they? Yeah. They want to be able to get clicks on their Facebook articles and online pages and stuff. To do that, they need to think about the bubble. Because people tend to, read news that fits their mindset, don't they? You know, I'm sure that many people watching this video here, well, unless you're a converted Brexiter back to a Remainer, yeah, well then, or rejoiner or whatever. The fact of the matter is, you're probably not watching this video because hasn't been fed to you by the algorithm. I wouldn't be a bit surprised, you know. We're in our bubbles, aren't we, you see? The thing is, you see, if these papers want to make money, they're going to have to follow suit. News Corp is losing money, especially with British papers and what have you. But they are. Look at Talk TV. They're losing huge amounts of money as part of News Corp. And then you got GB News. You know, both around 30-odd million a year they're losing. So if we get the public on side, you might find that the media will have to soften on the Brexit argument. The rejoin argument. Well, there's so many benefits, isn't there, of being in the EU. So many countries, they want to join. Yet we wanted to leave. The last country to join the European Union was Croatia, and that was back in 2013. Why wouldn't they? You got freedom of movement, you got single market, you got you got aid, such as help with your agriculture. The fishing, yeah, there were toxic arguments before. But, you know, they're struggling because they haven't got access to the markets as they once did. Got the EU REACH, the largest chemical database in the world. You've got the CE mark, it's the safety mark that is recognised all the way around the world. We can't even get stuff tested. We have to send it to the EU to get it tested. So then it can be sold in the EU and all these other countries. The UK CA mark, they got scrapped recently, didn't it? You know, Brexit doesn't work, does it? It's broken. So we do need to rejoin the European Union. So what we got to do? Well, what we've got to do is, first of all, we've got to get all the ducks in a row, I suppose. We've got to get our house in order. We've got to make our application. That's Article 49. It's the one that comes before Article 50, which you want to leave. Stupid idea that was, Theresa May. Well, we're going to have to meet the Copenhagen criteria. The European Council that'll meet, and it will set or lay out the negotiation mandate, which we in the UK will have to follow. We're going to have to make sure that our laws comply with EU laws. Now, I know we rolled over EU law into British law, but many of them laws have already been scrapped. So you could argue we've kind of got 1 foot forward there. Okay, we might have to make a few alterations there. But don't forget, we've got these free trade agreements with Australia, New Zealand and what have you, and other countries. Don't forget we've also got the CPTPP. See, none of this stuff makes it very easy for us to rejoin the European Union, because we're going to have to renege on them. Now, I know that the Australian trade deal has a clause in that gives you 6 months to get out. Yeah, you've got that 6 month notice period. So that softens things. We could do that. Then you've got the pound. That is going to be a real contentious subject, that will be. You're going to have those who want to hold on to it. You're going to have the Bank of England going, oh dear, what do we... okay, what was our job then? Because you're going to see the European Central Bank will be taking care of that. I don't know what their job will be. There'll be no more EU clearing either. EU clearing, Euro clearing. Could be no need. In the UK, that is. Although saying that, they might be able to hold on to clearing the euro with other currencies. There might be still a possibility. They're going to lose it in 2025 anyway. So we're going to have to get our laws so they mesh with the EU. It's all part. You do that for your ascension period, and that can be about 9 years. Now, I was watching a show on LBC Radio, and it was Tom Swarbrick. And Tom Swarbrick had a phone-in show where he got Brexiters to phone in and saying whether or not they wanted to rejoin the European Union and within the next 10 years, as in a referendum within the next 10 years. And I think to myself, oh my giddy aunt, that's what kind of, poked this video really. And it got me thinking, okay, you're saying we'll have a referendum in, say, I don't know, get the results in 10 years' time of a referendum. And then it's going to take 9 years to join. That's 19 years. So it was 20 years. The average time to join the European Union is 9 years. But there is another way, We don't have to do what the other countries are doing, such as you've got in ascension at the moment. You've got Albania, you've got right in my head now. Albania, Bosnia, oh my God, Moldova, Montenegro, Serbia, Turkey, and recently Ukraine. They're all waiting to be accepted into the European Union. Like I say, it could take a decade. And that's exactly what we would have to do. It'll be a process. It won't be flicking a switch. There's many people out there seem to think that is what it'll be like. It'll be like flicking a switch, and they'll just accept it straight back into the same terms that we have before. They won't do that. No, because we must have the deterrent in the EU. Deterrent has to be it can't be easy. It can't be easy. If it's easy, other people will be, well, I'll tell you what, we'll leave the European Union, just see how it goes, and, if not, we'll just rejoin, just like that, Yeah, just like that. No. They're not going to do it. We're going to have to go through the process like any other country. We will be treated as a new member. Not an existing member. No, a new member. Or a previous existing member that wants to rejoin. No. That ship sailed. There was a possibility of that once, but now that ship has sailed. But there is another way. Get closer alignment with the European Union. Well, there's EFTA, isn't there? Now, currently in EFTA, there is Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, and Switzerland in EFTA. So is that a possibility that we join EFTA? Because there's about 29 odd free trade agreements with the EEC and EFTA. So, and also previous trade deals. I think this is the case. Maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I think our previous trade deals won't affect it. I might be wrong, but I don't think it'll affect it. So, all the cock-ups that were already done won't mess it up. So anyway, what do you reckon? Do we want to rejoin the European Union and potentially take up to 20 years? If there is enough support, let's say the court of public opinion, or is our best route, or that stepping stone, EFTA? We still have to get the old laws in place and stuff, within reason. EFTA was founded back in 1960. It's whatever we do is a process. EFTA would be our much more rapid process, and it would allow us to trade with the EU We won't get a lot of the benefits, obviously, but at least that we'd have we'd be able to trade. That's a big deal, being able to trade, Because at the end of the day, you need a GDP, you need a gross domestic product. You need enough money coming into the country so you can pay for all your services. And at the moment, we're struggling. I know people say to me that we currently have the same GDP as we had before all of this. You could, a little bit more, in fact. Yes, we have. But our debt, our national debt, is over 100% of our GDP. I think it's 100.1 or something. It's just madness. It's madness. We can't go on like that. We need to find a way out. For me, I think we should be looking at a referendum tomorrow. Because if we had a referendum tomorrow, the likelihood is we would be rejoining the European Union. But I think the European Union is going to see a bigger sway. They're going to see a much stronger support to join the European Union. And for that to happen, we need to feel the pain. So I don't think we're there yet. We need to feel more pain, unfortunately. And when you tell me, what do you think? Please leave it in the comments down below. And please boot the old like button, because it helps the channel, And there's also, if you've got a sports channel, you've got Patreon and buys coffee and stuff like that as well. We've also got memberships as well. And the links are down below, that they are. And, like I say, I'd like to know what you have to say. So please, leave it in the comments down below. It's time for me to go now, I suppose. So I'm going to say ta-ta. So ta-ta.